him a little piece of cookie and then just to hang out with you.
Oh, you gotta, right there you gotta give it to him.
Whoops.
All right.
This tale begins, as do many Nantucket tales, with a dog. The Norwich Terrier, the runt of the litter, which made him very small indeed. A stubby, sturdy, tan, pint-sized pug with a face like a fox's, ears like a panda's. Chester, oh, there you are. And the dark, passionate eyes of Antonio Banderas. His name was Snix. Back in his chubby days, he was adopted by the Collins family, visiting from Rhode Island. His plump fumbling, you're such a good dog, Callan. His plump fumbling made Coda, their teenage daughter, squeal that he was so cute. Coda named him Snix because she knew no other dog in the world had ever been named Snix. Coda was at the age where she wanted to be noticed for being the special kind of girl who would have a dog named Snix. At the beginning of this family's summer vacation, Coda doted on Snix. Can you jump? Whoops. Howard! Howard! Howard's looking in the grass. She let him sleep in her bed. She brushed his coarse coat, tickled his fat belly, and she took him for lots of walks up and down Main Street on Nantucket, with Snix tripping fetchingly over his rhinestone leash. Come on, come up here. 3 months later, Coda was 14 instead of 13. Her hair was 2 inches longer, her legs were 3 inches longer, and her bosom was 3 full inches fuller. And she didn't need a pet of any kind to get noticed. Meanwhile, Snix had lost his puppy fat and his roly-poly ways. He now wore a mournful and baffled expression, having gone from adored to ignored in 3 short months. I love you too. Yeah. Do you like this story about dogs? Good, good, yes. Chester, you are going to be a star, honey. At the end of the summer, the Collins family did what many vacationers do when they return home from their holiday. They left their adopted pet behind.
Oh.
They drove their back SUV out to the moors in the middle of the island, where dirt roads ranged over the low hills and past small ponds, where rabbits, moles, and deer hid in the bushes. They removed Snix's collar, name tag, and leash before Coda opened the door. They leaned out and set the pup on the dry end of summer grass. Bye, Snix, the teenager chirped hastily, slamming the door shut. The family's large black SUV roared off, leaving a cloud of sandy dust floating in the air. Snix sat with his head cocked, watching, waiting, expectant. Then not so expectant, but hopeful. Then sad. Snix lay down with his head on his paws, his eyes fixed steadily on the dirt road where his family's car had been. He could still smell the gas fumes and Coda's, be careful, light fragrance. He waited. He'd never been in a world without lights, and as it grew dark, he began to shiver, and that made him whimper. And then he let out such a disconsolate howl that he frightened himself and a few other critters nearby. He began running very fast down the road toward the scent of human civilization. That's the beginning.
Oh, Nancy, I love it.
Thank you, Charlotte.
That's a nice story.
It's a nice beginning.